Yo, what's up? This is your boy Postman, and you're tuned into Post in a Diary Room. And as you may know, every day is a good day to get a delivery from the Postman. And of course, if this is your very first time tuning in, please kindly like, share, subscribe, comment, do whatever is necessary to engage with the content. And most importantly, please do enjoy the review. Sanibonani, namhlanje nginkabi khanyayo. And namhlanje ngizonilethela i-review kaSjava and Big Zulu, whereas they've teamed up to form a duo called Inkabi Zezwe. And Inkabi Zezwe have released an album called Ukhamba. And what is Ukhamba? Ukhamba is obviously a calabash. And this album is just 12 tracks long and it's just under 50 minutes in length. And most importantly, amen. Throughout the album, you will come across a lot of keys, but the intro itself has these thick sounding drums as well as, sounds of women ululating at the back. The song itself unpacks the idea of death as well as people killing each other. It's also summed up by Big Zulu so nicely when he just lets you know that the hitman must never see the weapon in your possession, because when he does, it's on site and it's going to be a messy scene. It's going to be mass hysteria in a sense. So it's best that the hitman must never see any weapon on you, because when he does, it's just going to shoot you. While Kayalami, on this other hand, it has these, strings as well as a melodic feel, in a sense, because I think this one is more of a Sjava type of song than it is a Big Zulu kind of song. But to my surprise, he held down the fort on the hook, Well, the song just sheds light on the importance of being appreciative of whatever you have, despite the different downfalls that we all face within our family structures, and essentially they're just telling us about the importance of home in this joint. So it's a beautiful joint. I think it's one of the best songs, if not the best song on this album. In the spirit of gratitude, Siyabonga is more of a cut that would have been on the Isibuga album that Sjava dropped earlier in the year, because Sjava actually did drop an album earlier in the year. And actually, please kind of check that review out. And I would also assume that the influence of the bass guitar throughout this whole entire album was as crucial as it is in this entire song, because Sjava here, I think Sjava is always thankful for something, Sjava always has a song in his albums where, he's just showing gratitude for something that's happened in his life. And in this one, he's just thankful for all the love and success that has come by him. While Big Zulu, on the other hand, I think he had a poor, a very horrible first verse. And I think the second verse was a bit better than the first one. And I think the lesson there is just, sometimes when you fail once, it's important that you try again, because you never know what lies, on the other side. And that's what exactly Big Zulu did, because I think in this song, he would just up the tempo a bit, while Sjava would just, cool everything down and just calm us down. The song Omunye maintains a particular waiting vibe, and contextually it is about love, and Sjava just affirms his love for this girl and he's willing to marry her, just like he mentioned on the song Dulu, which you can listen to on the project Isibugo. So the recurring theme of love also leads us to Umbyimbayi, and Umbyimbayi was obviously released as the lead single ahead of this album. And this song is just beautiful, in my opinion. This is a beautiful song. And the imagery used to just illustrates, the lengths that people are willing to go just for love, because I think I would be, if I was in love. If I was in love, I would actually, purchase Umbyimbayi just for my dolly to just shoot the mountains just to see me, But, we live in the modern ages where I can just ring her. There are calls of no jealousy, as well as a call for unity amongst all black people on the song called Uthando Lunye. And I think this whole message is elevated throughout this, this up-tempo beat and amapiano drums that are used to signify the transitions between the verses as well as the hook. Emma Pusheni consists of an Afro-pop texture as well as these elements that are used in amapiano. So Big Zulu raps about this woman who he needs, and he was given a sign obviously by his grandmother, while Sjava, on the other hand, he seeks as his sign and wants to know who is this woman that keeps appearing in his dreams. At this point, I'm as confused as to what is what and what is happening actually. But we do reach a climax on the song Slow Jam Sase Bigville, because they took it way back down to memory lane, and Sjava just channels his inner Begumuzi Lutuli, whereas we have these hits at the back end of the track that allows Sjava to just stretch his vocal lengths. And Big Zulu was just as good in this song. He was in a different pocket, and to me it is an underrated joint. And also, it's just closer to Slow Jam Sasemlazi by OK Malum Kuket. While we can obviously argue that these songs are just totally different to each other, but I think the main idea is just essentially about love. A flat beat with obvious hip hop variations on Square allow us to discover more about these men who were, in relationships that were deemed as toxic for them because they had encounters with women that were constantly checking their phones, not being affectionate and intimate with them anymore because they were just cooking up these scenarios. So I think they were just, reflecting on how love has been for them. And there is a direct link between Square as well as Sayona, because in hindsight, Sayona talks about these two lovers who were once together and now they're unable to rekindle their love because things have changed and times have changed, while Ilanga is made up of these percussion hits and has an Afro progression. And the song is just an encouraging song, whereas it's a song that tells you about an opportunity to rise again and an opportunity to just try again with this whole love thing. The song Impumelelo is laid back, indicating a close to this entire album. And Sjava reflects about how his former lover turned their back on him while he was still broke. And Big Zulu reiterates this idea, and he has tremendous vocal backings on this one, which, shout out to Big Zulu for that. For the most part, a lot of the ideas surrounding these songs sounded like they were being reinforced constantly. And I don't think there were many moments where you just felt like somebody brought something different to the song. And I think, in my opinion, a 7 out of 10 is what this project deserves, because it is a great project. They do sound great together, but I think, they could have just given me something better, despite also identifying that some of the cuts would have been suitable for the Isibuko album, because I think this is just another Isibuko album, in my opinion, with just different sounds, if you understand what I'm saying. So I think it's really interesting to see what comes next from Inkabi Zezwe. Post in the diary, please kindly like, share, subscribe, comment, do whatever is necessary to engage with the content. And most importantly, I will see you on the next one.